Live from Denver 7, this is 7 News.
Now, we all think about getting in shape. We all want to work out, but who has the time to do it? Now, we have some ideas for you on time-efficient workouts. I'm joined here now with Dawes, Director of Education for the National Strength and Conditioning Association in Colorado Springs. You have some ideas on how we can get in shape fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's, one of the major things. Everybody knows that we need to probably be doing some type of resistance training, but again, time is the #1 barrier to exercise. So what we do to help increase adherence to exercise is take one exercise and combine several together to form what's called a combination exercise. So instead of doing, say, simply just a squat exercise for 10 repetitions, or do curls for 10 repetitions, or a press type movement for 10 repetitions, we'll actually combine this together to make one complete exercise movement. So now, instead of doing each one of those separately, we'll do a squat into a curl into a press, and then we'll repeat that for anywhere from 10 to 12 repetitions and perform 2 to 3 sets of that exercise.
So this takes some level of coordination, which I'm not entirely sure about.
There is a learning curve, but it does come really, really fast.
And how does that help make your workout more time efficient?
Well, the good thing about it is instead of having to take breaks in between each one of those individual exercises, you can actually string them together in order to reduce the overall training time as well as increase metabolic efficiency.
I see. So instead of spending, let's say, half an hour, you can spend
a fraction of that, let's say. So.
All right, and people are always looking for ways to do this. So can you give us some other ideas of combinations that people can do?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, great.
So kind of a progression from that one. A lot of people are concerned with training the core and also training the lower extremities. The overhead squat is a great exercise for both of those. But again, in order to make it more time efficient, we're actually going to add just a pressing movement to it. And then from here, we'll go down into a squat. So we'll go press and squat. So, and to make it a little bit more challenging, you can actually go from the press, or go into the press as you're squatting down. Okay, which again, takes a little bit more coordination, a little bit more time to learn.
Plus, repeat this.
Yeah, and again, 2 to 3 sets, 2 to 3 days per week.
All right, what else have you got?
You know what, we talked about a couple of pushing movements. Anytime you do a push, it's always important to do a pull, just to add balance and symmetry to the body. So one of the combinations that we'll use is what's called a Romanian deadlift, which traditional RDL looks like this. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll add a bent over row to that, just to add a little work for the posterior chain. So we'll go into the RDL position, row, back up, RDL, row, back up.
I feel more in shape now just by watching you do this.
I appreciate that. I feel a lot of breath, so.
I know, we'll make you keep doing that while I go back to the desk in a little bit. But tell me, if people want to see ideas about how they can save time and still get in shape, where should they go?
Yeah, absolutely. All they need to do is go to the NSCA-lift.org, and we have a complete video library of exercise technique and form that they can look at. So.
All right, you'll save some time. Thank you so much for joining us
Appreciate
today,
it.
Dawes. We will be right back.